So his pants were like super baggy and pretty much off his waist.
Off his waist? They were off his... I'm gonna just say it. They were off his... That's what they were off. They weren't just off his waist. They were off his... But yeah, they were super baggy though. Hey, what's going on? Attorney Session here. First off, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this headpiece right here, it's because my almost 5-year-old daughter, she's making me do it. She keeps running in and out of my office, telling me that I need to keep it on. So in order for her not to come in here and mess up this reaction, I'm going to do what she says. So with that said, today I'm going to react to live video camera footage from police officers in Michigan while they try and question a man who's intoxicated and sleeping on the porch of a home that does not belong to him. So please watch the video, and as always, thank you for tuning in, and as always, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Hey, my man.
And they're surrounding him.
Wait. Hey, partner.
As you already know, for a cop to be able to stop and detain you for questioning, the cop must have reasonable suspicion to do so. They're starting to search the man, as we can see, and they tried to talk to him before that, and he was non-responsive, so he's asleep. Right now, I mean, you can't, assume that he's intoxicated because, he's asleep and all you did was ask him some questions unless they maybe smell alcohol on him. But let's talk about reasonable suspicion for a second. So what is reasonable suspicion? I address it in almost all of my videos because that's usually where cop interactions and being detained by police, that's usually where it starts. Reasonable suspicion is a legal term that refers to a police officer's reasonably justifiable suspicion that a person has recently committed a crime, is in the process of committing a crime, or is soon going to commit a crime. It kind of reminds me of the movie Minority Report, the old Tom Cruise movie. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyways, this gives the officer the right to temporarily detain a person. So how is a cop's reasonable suspicion determined? Reasonable suspicion is not just a hunch. A police officer who has detained a person must be able to describe a specific set of circumstances or facts that would lead any objectively reasonable law enforcement official to suspect that the individual is or has been engaged in criminal activity. So what I'm trying to say is it's little more than a hunch. A little more than a hunch. There it is. I had to address that because a commenter on one of the previous videos, and I appreciate you guys. You guys are very smart and you always offer really good commentary. But I had to address that because it's a little more than a hunch, which is what I said in another video. So right here, the reasonable suspicion is a little more than a cop's hunch. He has to have a set of circumstances and facts that go with that hunch in order to be able to detain an individual for questioning and or do further investigations.
Hey, what's your name? What's going on, man?
He's not responsive. He's not talking back, and they're trying to ask him
Drink a little
questions.
bit today?
You might be asking, what's the reasonable suspicion even for asking the man questions, right? You may not know, but some background information on this video is that the police officers were called because this man does not own this home. He is asleep on the porch of this home, and the homeowners called the cops because they thought it was very suspicious.
We're trying to just figure out what's going on. We're trying to get you right out of here. You're at somebody's house. You're sleeping outside. Where do you stay at? You got ID in here? You got a driver's license?
Okay, so the cops just began to start searching the man. They just began to start frisking him and searching his person. We just mentioned that cops need reasonable suspicion. We described what that reasonable suspicion was, a little more than a hunch that crime was taking place. But as it applies to a stop and a frisk, the cops need a reasonable inference that the man has a weapon or poses a danger to the officer to be able to stop and frisk the man. Now, we discussed before that the man doesn't appear to be a danger. They do have reasonable suspicion to question him. So now they're searching his person. The Supreme Court case Terry v. Ohio held that if a police officer believes that the individual has a weapon which poses a danger to the officer may stop that individual to search the individual for a weapon. So will searching his person without having a reasonable inference that the man is carrying a weapon hold up in court? The balancing test used in Hibble versus 6th Judicial Court of Nevada may provide additional justifiable reasonable suspicion for the cops to search the man while he isn't conscious enough for questioning or consent. In that case, the court held that a Nevada statute that properly balances the intrusion on the individual's interest against the promotion of the legitimate government interest is upheld. Here, I would think that the intrusion of the man's interest of not having his person searched is greatly outweighed by the state's interest to ensure the cops are safe when attempting to find out who the man is and why he sleep on a porch that doesn't belong to him. By the way, is it just me or does anyone else hate the whole hands inside the pants underwear thing? I really hate it. I really, it's not a good look. I really hate it. That's why they make pockets. That's why we got pockets. That's why we have pockets.
Hands out your pockets, man.
Those aren't pockets. That's drawers. His hands was in his drawers.
Gun.
Don't move. Where's that?
It's all the way down.
What? What's all the way down?
Again, the reasonable suspicion when applied to a Terry search or a pat down or a frisk is justified in this situation. And the cops had a legitimate interest to make sure they were protected, they were safe, to make sure the homeowners were safe in case this man had a weapon or something. Because it's very suspicious that he's asleep on somebody else's patio. Michigan. Is this what y'all do in Michigan? Just find somebody's porch to sleep on and just take a nap? Is this what goes on in Michigan?
I think we found a gun on him.
Stand up.
Okay. Are you all set?
We're
Securing
securing
them now.
Okay.
You got
So now they are securing the man by placing handcuffs on him. They have not told him he's under arrest, but they are justified in doing this because they can secure the man for questioning if they feel he may be a danger or a flight risk. We don't know much about this individual because he hasn't told us much, but we do know he had a pistol on him. And right now we don't know if he's justified in carrying that pistol according to Michigan law, but I guess we're going to find that out.
anything else on you that we need to know about? Is that gun registered to you?
Is this a ultra carry? Is that the name of it?
Possibly. Timber Ultra.
So I take it they're trying to identify the man. He's not giving his ID. He's not giving his name. So they're trying to identify him via the weapon to see if it's registered to him.
Guys, and we're trying to get the subject identified. Highly intoxicated. Can you run a firearm for me?
Go ahead.
It's going to be a Timber Ultra Carry, serial number of King Union 2.
Dude got a lot of
40
cash flow.
caliber. We'll take them all, 15 of them for. Can't do that. You know.
Money, 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 money. I actually like how the cops are handling this situation. It doesn't appear to seem that they're making any other assumptions other than what they see. So right now I would say it's pretty good cop work.
Intoxicated while carrying a firearm. Yeah.
And that's all they found so far.
Can you throw these in the other pocket? Here's a key.
Returning his money back to his pocket.
Mary 1.
Usually the money is going right back in.
Mary 1.
No record.
No record of the weapon.
10-4.
So all we have right now is that the man is probably intoxicated. He was asleep on someone else's porch that doesn't belong to him, and he's carrying a pistol, and they didn't find any identification or any other identifying information on the man, and that includes a license to carry a handgun. And I'm not a Michigan attorney. I am a licensed New Mexico attorney. But in the state of Michigan, you do need a license to carry a concealed weapon. So in Michigan, the law says a person shall not carry a pistol concealed on or about his or her person, or whether concealed or otherwise, in a vehicle operated or occupied by the person, except in his or her dwelling house, place of business, or on other land possessed by the person without a license to carry the pistol as provided by law, and if licensed, shall not carry the pistol in a place or manner inconsistent with any restrictions upon such license. Bingo! A person who violates this section is guilty of a felony punishable by imprisonment for not more than 5 years or by a fine of not more than 2,500 ducats. So the man could face a stiff penalty if charged with this crime. So let's see how that plays out.
Call Joey Ashmore.
Who is Joey Ashmore? I gotta look that up.
Hey, you know this run we're on
JoJo.
right now? Lady came home. Lady came. Yeah, he just had a pistol in his pants. Gun comes back, no record. We can't get him
All true.
identified. He doesn't got any ID on him.
All true.
Are you good if we 15 him for being intoxicated with a firearm on him?
Oh, hold on. How do you know he's intoxicated? Unless you gave a field sobriety test or unless he submitted to a breathalyzer test. How do you know he's intoxicated? Officers?
And once we get him ID'd, if he has no CPL, we'll do CCW. I can get a PBT out here.
I have one.
It's a portable breathalyzer test.
No. Yeah, he's hammered.
So generally, he would have to consent to taking a portable breathalyzer test or a breathalyzer test, or he would have to consent to doing a field sobriety exam. If he does not want to consent, they can arrest him and take him in, as they probably would need his consent after that.
I don't think he's that bad, because he was able to walk to our car once we got him in cuffs. He hasn't said a single
it's
word
not
to
that
us
bad.
since we've been here. Yeah, well, not yet. The homeowner's an elderly lady inside. Her daughter was coming here to check on her, and when she got here, saw the guy sleeping on the porch.
Her daughter was coming here to check on her, don't you know? And by the time he got here, okay, I'll stop.
And I talked to the daughter. She was waiting for us on the road. Yeah. He has a car key on him, but there's no car around here.
Why y'all always got peanut butter, no jelly? Why y'all always got Kool-Aid, no sugar? Why y'all always got a car key, but no car?
I think it's safe to say he's over a .08.
Is it?
Okay, Enriquez actually has a PBT, so we can try and see if he'll do one.
Buddy, you can't go by, it's safe to say he's over a .08. But if Ricky has that portable breathalyzer test, y'all can see if the man will take it. And if he doesn't take it, then you can bring him in.
Alright, sounds good. Bye. Let's see. While you do that, I'm gonna get her horsepower real quick. That way she can go inside. Likely, yeah. And he hasn't said a single word to us.
You'll come back and try to kill us next.
What's that?
I said you'll come back and try to kill us.
I don't think there's a chance he'll even remember where he was.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take those chairs off the yeah, my mom does.
She says she's going to take those chairs off the porch. Bringing a little tort law into that. Could we call that an attractive nuisance? Maybe not. I don't think any grown person would take chairs on somebody else's lawn as a sign to come sit down and take a nap.
Me and my daughter been taking care of her.
Okay.
So my daughter stays here. But I've been staying here to relieve her.
Okay.
But I live in Rapid.
1 second, okay? Yeah. I just talked to Joey. He's actually calling me back real quick. Can you answer that and I'll call you right back? Alright, bye. Hello? That's what I figured, because I assume he doesn't have a CPL, but I figured we can't do CCW until we know for sure. No, like there's nothing on him besides cash. Okay, just in case he doesn't do the PVT, bring him in.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I don't think he's that bad. He's just young, right? Sounds good. Alright, later. Can you turn your light on real quick? Sorry to do that to you. He didn't say anything to us, but he had a firearm on him, so he's coming with us for that.
Again, the man had a firearm on his person. They did not find a concealed handgun license, and per the law in the state of Michigan, they have the right to arrest him for this and bring him in with the possible felony charge of carrying a concealed handgun weapon without a license.
Would have been a threat to you, but you just never know when somebody's intoxicated. Alright. You're all set to go home, okay? Or we'll go to...
We'll go to your mama's house.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So he's 15 for CCW.
Oh, we are gonna do
Yeah, I didn't think about it. You have to carry ID on you while carrying a firearm.
There you go. Felony,
You got the
baby.
bag of, but yeah, we'll bring him in, book him in. Good to go?
Yeah, hopefully we can do that.
Fingerprints, I'm sure. So his pants were like super baggy and pretty much off his waist.
Off his waist? They were off his... I'm going to just say it. They were off his... That's what they were off. They weren't just off his waist. They were off his... But yeah, they were super baggy though.
I want to see if I could find a wallet or anything like that on him. When I was patting him down, I felt loose rounds in his pocket.
So this man is being arrested. He's being taken in, and I thought the cops were justified in their approach and everything they did. I thought it was pretty good cop work, and I thought they handled this situation and the suspect with respect. And I'm glad to see good police work like this, especially in this day and age. Again, if you're just now tuning in to the end, which means you didn't watch the whole video, I am wearing this because my daughter made me to. She's almost 5 years old, and I make her put these on, so as a consolation, she makes me do the same thing. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you again for tuning in to this video. Please check out the rest of my videos. Please subscribe to the channel, and I would love to interact with you through the comments. Thank you. Have a nice day.